Right now, me and Peter are in the woods right outside of our condo, and we're going to be looking for 4 different fire starters to light, and we can just sort of review and see which one will work better or which one's in your area, and you can see for yourself. And then we're going to light one big fire and cook up some steaks. So these videos we're going to try and put out weekly. It'll just be giving tips that either you guys have given us, like a tip on what we're doing now, or how to cook something, or how to light a fire in wet conditions, anything like that, you know, just something about bushcrafting. And Dan just ate it. And yeah, so any tips that you guys have, please leave them in the comments, because we'd love to add that to our next videos. And yeah, right now we are just collecting birch bark, which is one of the first ones. This is one tinder we have used a lot, coming from Ontario. It grows everywhere. So you can find it falling, like right there. You can see most of the time it just peels off once the tree gets pretty old and falls off. You can pick that up, or you can take it directly off the tree if it's more dead. You don't want to take it off a live tree, of course. So we're just gonna search around and see if we can find some. See what happens when I'm talking about something I know about? I talk slow. This one's dead over here. So this is just a piece of birch bark that I found on the ground. So pretty much what we'll be showing you how to do it in the field, like of course when we're lighting it, but just as a quick little thing. If you get your knife and start scraping off the outside part of the bark, you will get this fine dust which lights off really easy, and then you can start adding more pieces, and it's just a really good, it's got oils inside of it which really burn. It's a really hot flame. Yeah, so when you're taking birch off of a live birch tree, you don't want to go too deep on it. You want to take off as little as possible, and birch trees naturally peel like this. So something like this, if you just pull it directly off, it's already been peeled off and it's perfect. Most of the time the stuff that peels off is super light and fluffy, which is what you want for when you're bushcrafting and trying to light something with flint and steel. You don't want a solid block of wood, or even thick birch bark with a lighter is hard enough to light. So, and one more thing is sometimes you can see like there's a hanging limb right there, a branch that has fallen off of the birch tree. And birch wood, after it starts to rot, is really like almost like a dirt, and it can fall out, leaving a circle like this. So you can get a lot of birch bark really easy just by looking around on the floor. So because we do travel constantly, we are exposed to many different types of terrains, and a lot of you guys will be living in those areas, states in America and provinces here in Canada, which all have different kinds of trees and forests and a ton of different kinds of things that you can use. And you'll all have your favorites. So definitely when we're in an area and we're going to be filming, please leave a comment on your favorite thing to use to light fires, favorite kind of wood that burns the best, anything to do with bushcrafting. Local tips are always the best. Yeah, we've learned that from traveling. We always find the best restaurants or the best places to go hiking just from a local telling us a little secret. So definitely would be appreciated. Another thing is just to go in a bit more detail of what we're doing with these tinders. There are a whole bunch of different things you can use for fire starters, of course, but we chose 4. Birch bark, it's old man beard lichen. A friend of ours mentioned putting lip seal on paper towel and tearing it up, so we're gonna be doing that as well. And then the 4th one, what was it? Oh yeah, dryer lint. So we chose 2 that you can find in the woods depending on where you live, and 2 that you have in your home, like lip seal, toilet paper, and dryer lint. The road we came down on is just completely covered in ice, and it'd be way too hard to walk up, so we're taking there's lots of bighorn sheep here, so we're just using one of their paths to get back up the hill. It's still a bit icy though, so you have to be careful. But this is what it looks like. So me and Peter were just walking along, and we actually found some more old man beards lichen, or whatever you want to call it, but this is what it looks like. It sort of hangs off little branches like a beard. This is still very green, but you'd want it to be brown and dying. It gets really dry. we've already collected a lot, so we're just gonna be using that. But anyways, that's what it looks like. It's almost like hair. That's why they call it a beard. The more you know. Today's a warmer, almost spring feeling day. It's perfect to go out and do some bushcrafting stuff. There's 2 woodpeckers. So we just were at the store and we picked up some steaks, and we're heading out to Crown Land where there's no restrictions on lighting fires. So.
Here, I'll take that and just sit it there.
GoPro. You have the grill in your bed?
Yeah. Hey. Hey, look, my little carved guy. Okay.
I'd say we should get pine needles and throw it on top just to dry it out while we can.
And also make a base for our fire so it's not on the wet ground.
Alright, so me and Dan are out now. Dad just dropped us off in the Jeep. We got all of our supplies, some chairs and food and things to cook with. So we're gonna start getting this ready because today is a lot warmer than most of the days that we've been here, so everything's wet now. The camp spot that we had made here when we were doing the winter camping is now soaked, so we're probably gonna collect some like pine needles and a bit of dry dirt from under trees and things to dry it out and get it prepped for lighting a fire.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just collect dirt and fresh pine needles and dry stuff and put it over the fire to get that prepped, and you go get sticks.
Yeah, I'll get all the sticks for the fuel and then we'll light her up. Super wet and slippery, so yep, like I was about to say, watch your footing as I slipped. Okay, last time I was here, as you may have seen on my Instagram, I was lighting a fire and I found this group of trees right here. There is a whole bunch, as you can see, just tons of sticks. So this is where I'm going to be collecting the majority of our sticks. You can see there's small ones, which is perfect for when the fire's just getting going. Some thicker ones here. So yeah, let's get some sticks. Okay, we got some more medium-sized sticks here, bit of greens that I accidentally picked up, but now we're just going to be looking for thinner stuff like this, just for when the fire's really small I can put something that I can actually burn on top. So just grab a whole bunch. That should be good for now. I'll come back tomorrow. Yeah, I was gonna get more of these.
Okay, so I just headed over the hill over there to a group of trees that I saw last time I was out here camping. And there's just a whole bunch of dead trees, as you'll see in the video. So I just broke off some limbs, picked up some branches that fall. We got smaller ones and some more medium-sized ones. I'll probably head out there to get more because we're gonna be lighting a few fires, not just one. So we're gonna start lighting the tinder now. So we got all of our tinder in this little Ziploc bag because I don't have a tinder pouch. I'll probably buy one or make one later. But so got everything like the toilet paper. I got the lip seal in my pocket, old man beard's lichen, and the birch bark as well, and a little bit of the dry lint. So with the tinders that we're going to be lighting up, we're just going to test like how many strikes it'll take on flint and steel, like how much flame it produces, how hot it really gets. We're not gonna like start full fires and things with them. We'll probably use one. Obviously we need to use one actually to light a fire else. We'll probably find out which one works the best and use that one to get our fire going. Yeah. Here, just using some of the smaller twigs for a base to set the dry lint on. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay. Let's get. Oh, there we go. See, there it is. So that lit off fairly easy. Can't really see the flame because it's super small, but you can see it's getting darker. Flames growing. It's all burning up. So that only took what, like 5 strikes? Since dryer lint is just a bunch of lint from clothing and dirt and stuff from your dryer, it stinks pretty bad when you're lighting. So yeah, but it works, and that's all that matters. So if you're prepping for a bushcraft camp or whatever you're doing, you can take some dryer lint. Okay, now we're gonna probably go for the lip balm and toilet paper, see how that works out. I'm not really sure how you do this. Probably just wipe lip balm on toilet paper. So yeah, we'll just try it. Right now I am just dipping some of this toilet paper into it. You can see it's getting all wet and oily. Probably gonna do that with the other 3 pieces and then rip it up into smaller pieces and try it out. There we go. There we go. Up along a bit. Okay, so that's really burning. It's giving a nice big flame. Wow. Yeah, so that works really well, as you can see. Yeah, so with that lip seal and or lip balm and toilet paper, that one worked really well because I'm assuming that the lip balm is not only to make it ignite more, like easier with the from a spark, but it also acts like a candle, like candle wax, so it doesn't just go poof and burn off like what toilet paper would normally do. It kind of curled together and all just started burning that wax until the lip balm burned away and then the rest of the toilet paper did. So not only gave a nice flame that didn't stink, it also lasted longer than most things. Okay, so now we're going to be trying all of the natural stuff like the birch bark and the old man beards lichen. We're gonna start with the lichen first. I'm super excited about this because it's just such a cool thing, you know. You're walking through the forest and as you saw earlier on in the video, it's just dangling down like a little beard. So we're gonna see how it works. Just grab a bit of it. Nope. Okay. You can pull it apart, just sort of fluff it up because it was stuck in a bag all day, getting all pressed together. Okay, should be good. Is my camera filming?
You don't have it on your head.
All right. Yeah. Oh, see that smoking? Oh, there we go. Wow. As soon as I had a direct spark on it, it just completely exploded. Look at that. That is really cool. I really like that old man's beard lichen or whatever it's called, because really when you're in a spot where it is on the trees like what's in that forest back there, it's everywhere. And this is more dead stuff, so it's a little bit drier, but even that's everywhere. It's really nice because it's all natural and, you know, it's just cool. Okay, so now we're doing the birch bark. This is one of my favorite things. I've used it all my life at our island in Killarney. It's just absolutely everywhere. In Ontario, it's all over the place. Pretty much anywhere in Canada and some places in the States. If you just crumple it up or leave it in a bag for a while, it'll crumble itself. It just gets all fluffy and nice. Now with birch bark too, for using it as tinder, if you're packing it in somewhere, like if you just go out and collect it and you're going to take it with you, the longer you have it, the more it dries out. But as well as, even if you have really thick birch bark from like the more base of the tree or something, you can peel it all apart because it's kind of in layers like paper. So the thinner the layer, the easier it'll catch a spark and definitely will burn a lot easier. So if you're using it as tinder, I'd recommend just trying to find the finest stuff you can find and then keeping it for a period of time so that it can dry out even more, just to make it a little bit easier. Yeah, there we go. One proper spark and she goes. Yep. And see, you can see what I mean now if you look down at the fire. It is burning like crazy. You can hear it crackling with all that oil. Just look how hot that is. And it burns for a long time compared to most of the other tinders we've tried. Alright, let's keep this fire going. Yep. This, quickly, if we can get this going, we'll probably use the rest of the tinder because we're not going to be using it anyway. Dropping some of this birch before that goes out. You can see once it gets going, it will just keep going. Grab some of those little sticks. We're going to use this for the steak. So we're going to use all the rest of the tinder that we didn't end up using while making it here. Dan, you can put this in. Yeah. So it'll be a combination of all three. Here's some more of that old man beards lichen. So you can see I sort of just placed everything on there, and I'm not scared to do that with birch bark because once it gets going, it's pretty hard to get ungoing or put it out. So yeah, as you can see, it's burning, so we got to move fast. We got to keep adding sticks, and we'll have a nice fire going in no time. got a whole nostril full of smoke. We're just taking off some shards from this wood. This is some leftover campfire wood from the winter camping that we did in this spot. So we took it home and let it dry out. So we'll probably use this to keep our fire going. I'm just setting it down, placing my LT knife wherever I want to cut, and using the other piece as a hammer to sort of get it in there and split. Gives you nice fine shards like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got the fire burning at least. It's not quite going, and it's going to take a while to get down to the coals that we need. But I'm going to be pulling out our little stove. It folds up really nice, as you're going to see. And it fits perfectly into this little back pocket here. So, pull it out. It's got these 3 little pieces that come with it. So you can see it's super flat, it's really light. All of it together might weigh about a pound or less. These legs just stick out like this. Then you can make it longer by pulling on that, but we don't need to do that yet. And then these little grill pieces are super easy to set. You just set it on like that. It's got hooks on either side that just fit right around. Are you done? Of course, I have not pulled this to its max length, but it should look something like that. Just gonna use the machete to split the bigger piece of wood, start adding to the fire, because now that that is going better, it's hot, the wood's heating up and getting bigger flames on there. I'm gonna start splitting that up so we can add some bigger wood to it and start getting a real fire going and get some coals for our steak. Might get under. So, as you can see, we've got a nicer fire going. Dan keeps splitting up some more stuff into smaller wood. We're probably going to go out and collect some more bigger stuff to get going once this gets a little bit hotter, but it's nice. Very soon, probably 20 minutes or so, should be good coals for a steak to get on there. I'm excited for that. Move a rock, give it a place to sit. Pops it out, and there we go. We're just sort of preheating that so that when we set the steaks on, it'll start cooking a bit faster. But then we're gonna just keep feeding little branches or pieces of wood that we can find from other campers, just keep pushing it underneath. But probably in the meantime, while this is heating up, we're just gonna cook. We're gonna boil some water for some tea. that. And then I actually did bring some tea. Never tried this type before. Really cool. Comes in this little thing. But, ooh, it's already spilling out. See, like, normally you just get tea bags, but I got the actual tea leaves or flowers or whatever it's made out of. And this came with it. I'm not sure how you use it. I think you just sort of clamp some in there and set it in your drink maybe. But we're gonna try it. Coffee mug. It's got this little rubber handle. This actually pops off, so then when you're setting on the flame or coals, whatever you're using, this doesn't melt off, and then when you're just ready to grab it, you don't burn your hand, you just stick this back on. So we got our Montreal steak rub and our nice juicy steaks. This is a New York strip line. We're gonna start frying these up after we season them. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah. That should be good. Okay. Steak seasoned, or at least seasoned. How well we can do it. You know, let the cast iron pot heat up and then put the steak on. See how well it turns out. I think the tea's about ready, so probably do that. So I wasn't really sure how you use this. You put it in there or here. But I'm just gonna set it in here. Probably doesn't make too much of a difference. Sort of let it take in all the flavor. There we go. Okay, so we'll just let that flavor up and then throw the steak on the fire. Nice. You can hear that sizzling. So now that we're basically done cooking the steak and we've gotten everything done, soon I'm gonna text Dad to come pick us up. The 4 tinders that we did, they were all great. I think if I were to choose a favorite, it'd be birch bark. A little bit biased on that just because we've been using it since we were young and it's the most plentiful one up at our island. But also because out of all of them, it gives the best smell, you know, brightest and hottest flame. I think that the second best would be the toilet paper and lip balm, just because that one it almost acts like a candle. Like I said, the lip balm acts like a wax in a candle, so it keeps it burning for a long time. That one didn't have any funny smells, but just, I think for something you can find totally in the outdoors, birch bark is the best. That lip balm one would be something, and I will actually pack it next time we're on a mountain hike or something, just in case you get caught out there. That lichen was cool. I really like it just because it's hanging on trees everywhere, you know, and it looks cool in the forest. And that also lit up pretty well. We're gonna get this steak done medium rare because that's the best by far for steak. And it's probably almost there. If we have time, we'll, like if we eat this, which will probably go really fast, and our dad isn't here or it's still a while until 3, we'll probably just cook up another steak. After all day talking, it's hard to talk near the end. But yeah, we'll just sort of start putting away things that we don't need anymore, such as my axe and saw.
Or we could go kill a bear.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. The tea's ready though. So.
Ooh.
Look at this. Oh. It's got pine needles in it.
Dummy hit.
Look at that. Okay, so now, yeah, that works. Look at that. Wow.
Buddy, can I try it?
It tastes like chamomile, but it's better.
Yeah, just take that quickly.
It looks like it. Yum. It's almost spicy. It's actually good strong tea. Oh, here we go. Ah, yes.
Are we gonna let it cook more?
Yeah, I left this side going for a lot longer, so we're gonna start cooking the other side, but it's looking great and juicy. So hungry.
We didn't eat lunch, so this is gonna be
No lunch.
gulp. Well, let's let this go for like 30 more seconds and then get the plate for it.
Yeah.
I think that should be fine. Medium rare.
If not, it's better to take it off early and have a really nice steak than to leave it on and get all burnt or overdone, because neither me or Peter, we don't like burnt or well done steaks. We like a medium rare, so we can always throw it back on if it's not quite ready yet.
You drop it.
Yeah. Right into the coals. Actually, the coals wouldn't be that bad, but ooh, we'll take that off. But first we eat. Steak's all finished. We got it plated up. Should be about medium rare. Probably perfect. Again, beauty time out here. Testing out those tinders that you guys suggested. They all worked great. Again, cooking up this steak, and now we're gonna guzzle it really quick. You can see how it turned out, how it was before, how it is now. Just looks delicious. We're gonna cut it in half right now, actually, and see how well she turned out. Alright, so we have to say this quick because the battery is flashing, but we hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Me and P had an amazing time out here cooking and lighting the fires, and I hope that you guys enjoyed. No, I just hope this was super informational for you, or however you'd say that, because I was saying something and then you messed me up by that.
No, that's okay.
So anyways, what I meant, sorry for cutting you off.
No.
This is like the worst ending. Okay, what I meant is I hope that this helped you just to see some new okay. Thank you for showing us those tinders, like the suggestions you gave. It's helped us, and we hope it helps you, just seeing it light off and how it works. We definitely liked all of them. Our favorite, again, is that birch bark, but thank you for watching. We'll be doing more of these every week, so look forward to it.
That was the best ending on it.